As Writers Guild of America and Film and Television Producers Guild continue to negotiate a new contract, possibility of a workers' strike, first for writers in 15 years, is growing. The Guild has a wide array of priorities negotiations, from higher minimum wages and extended protection for writers who are tied to a shorter TV series longer periods, to addressing the abuse of mini-rooms. Regulation of the use of materials produced using artificial intelligence programs. WGA's contract expires on May 1st, and if a deal is not reached, the writers could walk away soon. However, even before two sides began negotiating, TV networks and broadcasters began taking steps to ensure that in the event of a strike, content pipeline would not run dry, at least for a while. Here are some of the ways to prepare for a potential strike. Early renovations and ongoing author rooms May 1st, line for WGA's contract, coincides with the end of 2022-23 TV season. This season, nearly every primetime network show will be finished with production, ending no more than a few weeks after the season finale. Streaming services similarly have a number of programs already completed and ready to go a few months after the contract line. However, as the writers of Saturday Night Live don't pen skits talk shows like The Late Show with Stephen Colbert and Late Night with Seth Meyers, late night shows can quickly fade, missing both the staff who write their jokes, possibly a few guests. In other industry unions that do not cross the strike lines. The real effects of any protracted workers' action, the 2007 to 2008 strike lasted 100 days, will likely become more apparent in the fall, when dozens of series begin their new season. As precaution against a lengthy strike, broadcast networks handed out refreshes earlier than typical years. CBS has already taken most of the primetime chart, and Fox has renewed 3 dramas and much more. Animation sequence. Early purchases can keep writers' rooms open and bank scripts for future seasons of these shows, allowing the production to quickly rebound once a strike ends. And yes, early renewals should be considered a vote of confidence. Quinta Brunson's departing Abbott Elementary was taken in January. Not all will go through the typical summer break period. NBC's first renewal this season was for Rookie Quantum Leap, a surprise given that purchases for all 6 Dick Wolf shows are yet to come. Susan Rovner of NBCUniversal agreed that the big leap was actually due to a possible business shutdown. This is because we can stay in continuous production just before a possible writer's strike. It's also a shorter rank, he told TV's Top 5. Dick Wolf does 22 episode shows, so there isn't the same continuous production opportunity out there. Scenarioless Stocking Unscripted shows not covered by WGA deal have carried the TV channels for much of recent strike and will likely take on a similar role this time around. Summer is already prime territory for unscripted dramas, but there may be some changes as programmers prepare their summer lists. CBS has already chosen to finish first season of the game show Lingo after 8 episodes instead of 12 episodes it had ordered. The remaining 4 will be added to second season of the series in 2023-24, giving network more hours to use it as it needs. ABC, the first broadcaster to announce summer premiere dates, has a game show-heavy schedule as usual, but has been delayed in setting a date for the minigolf competition Holey Moley and Bachelor in Paradise. The second was released the fall of 2022, and both could be in play the fourth quarter of this year should a strike extend. And in the event-long business interruption, audiences can likely expect a wave of documentaries and documentary series at broadcasters, which are already pillar most streaming platforms, as scripted production plummets. Broadcasters will also have unwritten staples in the fall, such as Survivor, The Voice, and The Masked Singer to serve as show anchors regardless of a strike. Printing original streamers and broadcast networks have also used lessons learned from the pandemic-related production shutdown to prepare for potential labor conflict. For example, Fox chose production challenges due COVID-19 due its decision push Rookie Monarch September 2022 instead of launching in January of that year. The network recently pushed Dan Harmon's animated comedy Krapopolis into its 2023-24 airing season, giving Fox a full season to use as a potential filler. NBC did the same for the drama Found, which was produced by Greg Berlanti and had high hopes for Rovner's creativity. Broadcasters are doing same thing. Apple TV+, for example, has moved second season of recently released comedy The Afterparty from its late April release July. While it has something to do with Emmy window, it certainly isn't. It wouldn't hurt have popular originals at a time when others might not. Increasing volume in animation. Having bought Bob's Burgers Animation House bento box a few years ago, Fox has continued to collect animated originals as the genre can be a successful cash cow. Because animated shows take much longer to produce, Fox and some publishers are quickly investing in this space. Given the long lead time, it's fair to expect a number of animated shows to help support Fox's schedule should there be a strike affecting live-action originals on the network and elsewhere. While animation takes longer to produce, scripts are done much in advance, and overall costs associated with them are much cheaper than live-action originals. Given the greater power of entertainment companies to cut costs, sources say CBS's Blue Bloods has cut actor-producer salaries by an estimated 25%. The price tag and lucrative sales opportunities on animation make animation a safer, cheaper bet. Brings acquired content. Remember how Fox aired old Spectrum original drama LA's Finest in the early days of pandemic? Expect more than that, only now will likely come from the net's own walled gardens. Freeform has announced that it will release the Hulu original How I Met Your Dad starting in April and ending in May. HBO originals True Blood and Silicon Valley will debut in February at Warner Bros. It began airing on TBS as Discovery experimented with using library content to keep viewers connected to fading cable networks that no longer had US originals in the works. Such a trend is not only cheaper program, but also effectively serves as a free promotional tool to attract new subscribers. HBO Max. If this trend sounds familiar, it should. During the 2007 to 2008 WGA strike, CBS aired edited episodes of Showtime's Dexter.